I used to work for an organization I probably shouldn't even be talking about. Let's just say what we did there had nothing to do with ethics. This story starts with a well-known philosophical idea, Mary's Rule. It's a thought experiment about a girl named Mary who grows up in a completely black and white environment. She learns everything there is to know about color through books and theory, but she never actually experienced it. The question is simple. If Mary leaves that room one day, finally sees color for the first time, she learns something new. Most people treat it as just a thought experiment, something you're never supposed to actually try. But in 2007, a group of researchers decided to turn it into reality. And that's where everything went wrong. I wasn't part of the experiment at first, but I was there long enough to see what happened. And if I'm being honest, I should have spoken up. I should have stopped, but I didn't. Because the kind of people who would do something like this aren't the kind of people you want to stand against. They somehow got their hands on a newborn baby. I don't know how, and I don't want to know. Whether the parents gave the child up willingly or not doesn't really matter. The outcome, they named her Mary. From the moment she was born, she was placed inside a ceiling with windows. Everything inside was either black or white. No exceptions. The walls were patterned. The lighting was controlled. There were no reflective surfaces, no mirrors, no flags. Nothing that could accidentally show her a hint of color. Even the surveillance equipment had anti-glare filters. They thought of everything. Or at least they tried to. Mary wasn't just isolated. She was controlled. Whenever she was fed or given new clothes, the person delivering them wore identical black and white clothing every single time. Mary herself was forced to wear the same outfit, a black bodysuit, along with coverings that hid her hands and feet. Sometimes she was blindfolded. Other times, her entire face was covered with a mask that didn't even have an opening for her mouth. They didn't want her seeing anything, not even her own skin. She even wore black contact lenses, just in case. And if, somehow, she ever tried to sneak a look at herself, there was a collar around her neck that would deliver an electric shock. They said it was necessary. They said it was for the integrity of the experiment. But the truth is, it was control. Total control. And the worst part? Worked. Mary grew up exactly the way they wanted her to. For 18 years, she never once tried to look at her own skin. Not even out of curiosity. She didn't know anything else existed. To her, that room was the entire world. By the time she learned how to walk and talk, the caretaker stopped entering the room altogether. Food and supplies were passed through a small opening. She never saw another human being clearly. Her life became routine. Wake up, eat, study, sleep, over and over again. The room itself was small, barely 4 meters across in any direction. A white toilet sat in one corner. A black shower head was fixed to the wall. Everything was exposed, unavoidable, always there. There was no privacy, no escape, no variation. It's black and white, day after day, year after year. I remember standing outside that more times than I could count, thinking about what we were doing, thinking about whether I should do something, anything. Thought about opening it, about ending it, but I never did, because deep down I was afraid. Afraid of what would happen to me, afraid of what they were capable of. And if they were willing to do this to a child, what would they do to someone who tried to stop them? So I stayed quiet, and Mary stayed inside.